Hi, welcome to Viveka Physics classes, and today we're gonna solve a JEE advanced problem from the chapter Electrostatics. Take a look on the problem. Okay, in this problem we have a solid sphere of radius r which is surrounded by a metallic spherical shell of inner radius 2r and outer radius 3r. Okay. Now, the metallic spherical shell is connected to the ground through the wire AB. Now, the inner sphere is connected to a switch S by the help of a conducting wire passing through a small hole in the shell. Now, when the switch S is closed, the inner sphere will be connected to another identical solid sphere of radius r having charge q, where the charge q is uniformly distributed over the surface of solid sphere. On the basis of this, we need to find the charge that flows to the earth through the wire AB when the switch S is closed. Okay, now you can see in the diagram that when the switch S was not closed, then there is a charge q which is uniformly distributed on the surface of the sphere of radius r. At the same time, there is no charge on the surface of the inner sphere, as well as there is no charge on the inner surface of the spherical shell, and there is no charge on the outer surface of the spherical shell. From this, we can conclude that initially the outer sphere is at higher electric potential as compared to this inner sphere. Okay. Now, when the switch S is closed, then there is a flow of charge from the outer sphere towards inner sphere through the wire connecting the two spheres. It's because the moment when the switch S was closed, there is a potential difference between the two spheres which causes the flow of charge from the outer sphere towards the inner sphere through the conducting wire connecting the two spheres. Now, question arises, how long this flow of charge takes place? How long this transfer of charge takes place from one sphere to other sphere? Here, the transfer of charge from one sphere to other sphere will be ceased off when both the spheres will attain the same electric potential. Mean to say, the transfer of charge from the outer sphere towards the inner sphere will be ceased off when the electric potential of the outer sphere becomes equal to the electric potential of the inner sphere. Okay. Now, let us consider plus q be the charge on the surface of the inner sphere when the flow of charge is ceased off. This positive charge plus q induces an equal amount of negative charge minus q on the inner surface of the spherical shell. Okay, as the outer spherical shell is connected to the ground, so therefore the net electric potential at any point on the outer shell is 0, and also there is no induced charge on the outer surface of the spherical shell as it is connected to the ground. Okay. Now, if q is the charge on the surface of the inner sphere, what is the charge left on this outer sphere? Therefore, the charge left on the outer sphere is given by capital Q minus small q. Okay. Here, when the switch S was closed, then the potential of the inner sphere becomes equal to the potential of the outer sphere. Okay. Therefore, the potential of the inner sphere can be written as K small q by R minus K small q by 2R, where K small q by R is the electric potential at any point on the inner sphere due to inner sphere itself, and at the same time the electric potential on the inner sphere due to the inner surface of the outer sphere is given by minus k q by 2r. Therefore, the potential on the outer sphere is written as k. The charge on the outer sphere is q minus capital Q minus small q by r. Okay. Now we can simplify this equation. Okay. kq by r into 1 minus 1 by 2, which is equals to k into capital Q minus small q by r. We can cancel the terms k and r on both sides. Now we can cancel the terms k and r on the both sides, and the remaining equation is, therefore, q by 2, therefore q by 2 equals to q minus capital Q minus small q. Therefore, this implies that q plus q by 2 equals to capital Q. Okay. So now we can solve for the value of Q from this equation. Okay. Q plus Q by 2 can be written as 3 by 2Q is equals to capital Q. Okay. Now this implies that small q equals to 2 by 3 into capital Q. Okay, where small q is the charge produced on the surface of the inner sphere of radius r. Now, therefore, the charge induced on the inner surface of the spherical shell is given by, what is the charge induced? Minus q. Therefore, this is equals to minus q equals to minus 2 by 3 into capital Q. The charge left on the outer sphere is given by capital Q minus small q, which is equals to, which is equals to q minus 2 by 3 into capital Q. So therefore, this is equals to capital Q by 3. So therefore, this implies that the charge left on the outer sphere is given by capital Q minus small q equals to q by 3. Therefore, the charge that flows to the earth through the wire AB is given by q equals to plus 2 by 3 q, okay, plus 2 by 3 q into plus 2 by 3 into capital Q. Okay. So finally we got the answer. So this is the answer for the question. So this much of charge will flow to the earth through the wire AB.